Good evening. First of all, let me say to the members of the Park and Recreation Advisory Board, as a citizen, I appreciate the time you spend on these very, very important issues. And to the staff, and to Kevin in particular, I'd like to say I know these public hearings are a fascinating aspect of one's public service as a public servant. I am Carolyn Etter. I live at 2278 South Milwaukee Street, and I was manager of the Department of Parks and Recreation under Mayor Pena. I'm going to read from my notes because I only have a limited period of time to speak with you tonight. I want to address the policy that is before you. It is in your introductory statement from the Department to clarify the implementation of admissions-based events in the Denver Park system. It is to implement a policy to fence off sections of Denver parks so that only citizens who have paid admission can enter. It assumes that entrance at certain parks for nonprofit and for-profit events can be limited to people who have paid admission. It assumes that this is an appropriate use of Denver parks, that it meets with the legal requirements for Denver parks. It does not answer the underlying question of whether, as a matter of policy, Denver Parks and Recreation Department should limit public access to sections of Denver's public parks. It does not address the fact that our park area is limited. Our open space is limited as our population increases. And I refer you to the recent reports by the Trust for Public Lands if you'd like more statistical data on how far behind Denver is in terms of its population growth and the size of its park resources. It also does not touch on any of the legal ramifications that this proposed change would occur. It proposes a major change in policy. For 140 years, no policy has been adopted that counters the concept that parks should be free and open to the public. That's 140 years of history in this city. I pulled out the manager's notebook, which admittedly mine was a bit out of date. But it talks about the issues that the manager faces. These are issues that had been collected over the years. There's not enough parkland. There's an increasing demand for uses. But most importantly, item 4, commercial and other private organizations in search of attractive and perceived to be free venues for activities have unending imagination as to how recreation and park facilities can be molded to suit their ends. It also occurs to me that at a time of economic stress is the very last time to think about asking people to pay to come into Denver's parks. This is the very time we should be having those park facilities available for free and the activities in them available for free for all Denver citizens.
Thank you so much, Carolyn.
I recently received a brochure from the Emerald Necklace in Washington, in Boston, Brookline, and Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And it says, these public agencies hold that parks are held in the trust for the public, ensuring that the publics are open to everyone, every day, year-round. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.